just was thinking about when I had a regular GPS, and I know there are probably GPS things on my phone that will do this, but when I had a regular GPS, you could choose. You had two options. Do you want to go the fastest route, or do you want to go the shortest route? Now, if you went the fastest route, you went mostly on main roads, whether it was highways or freeways, whatever. So you could get to your destination the fastest way. And the short route would take you on the roads less traveled. Now, as you guys know, I love to take the shortest route, the roads that are less traveled. I love that. Do you remember atlases? Now, when I was a child, my dad had this big old atlas. It was big, you guys, and it showed maps of each individual state. I love to get that atlas down and lie down on the living room floor, you know, when you were comfortable doing that when you were a kid, lying on your stomach, propped on your elbows, reading. Those days are long gone, at least for me. So anyway, I used to get that atlas down, and they were alphabetized, of course, Alabama, Alaska, however that goes. So I would go through and look at each state and look at the maps, the routes, the different ways that you could get from point A to point B. Now, it just occurred to me when I was thinking about that I must have had a travel thing from when I was just a kid. But I would always look at the different states, and I would think, man, when I get old enough to drive, I'm going to travel all over these states. And I always wanted to go on the small roads, not the freeways, or whatever we called them back then, freeways, highways, interstate, whatever you want to call it. I didn't want to go that way. I wanted to go on all the smaller little roads. Well, that's what I want to do now. So some of y'all can probably tell me how to do it on my phone. I tried to do it earlier today, and it took me a little different way, but not that much. I mean, I want to go on the really smaller roads. Yeah, they're rougher, who cares? And they're slower, who cares? So I think I might buy an atlas before I take my next trip. Isn't it beautiful through here, you guys? Now, when they say curvy and 25 miles an hour, that's what you should be doing, because you can't ever count on what the people coming towards you are going to be doing. So that's just my thoughts on that, y'all. I want to get an atlas or a map. But if you get an atlas, you have all the states. If you get a map, usually it's by state. So that's what I want to do, you guys. Now, I don't know what this little thing here is, but I'm getting off. It says Banner Store. And it says Coors right there. Well, I'm not really sure this is where I want to stop. But I'm getting hungry and I'm getting thirsty for something. There's a little trailer park here. It doesn't say RV park. There's a man out there walking with his cute little dog. But I think this is just like a regular little place where people live. It's not where people come and park, like an RV park. But anyway, it's miles from anywhere, you guys. And I remember when I was young and we lived 7 miles out of town. Well, you know, you couldn't just be running to the store for some hamburger meat, which we had anyway because they butchered a cow every year. I hate to say that, butchered, but they did. And we split it with another family the same way they butchered a pig and split it with another family. But that's what you did back then. You didn't go to Albertsons or Safeway and buy hamburger meat, stuff like that. But milk, whatever you needed, 7 miles out of town, you just didn't run out there every time you needed something. So when you went to town, usually once a week, you stocked up on what you needed. And sometimes we didn't go every week. We went every couple of weeks. A lot of traffic coming this way, you guys, and not a lot coming up behind me. A lot of black cars. I know this is not a funeral thing or they'd have all their headlights on, which I do have my headlights on. Habit from traveling with my dad, I think. When we traveled, he always had his headlights on. So anyway, you guys, that's just my thoughts on that. I can't reach over here and turn off the camera because I don't want to take my eyes off the road. Lots of bicyclists over here, you guys. Crazy, crazy. I would never, I mean, to each his own. I don't get the fascination of being a bicyclist, but I'm sure if I ever sat down and talked to some of them, they could really enlighten me. Now there's a turnout up here in a quarter mile, and that means you can get off to the side of the road and let the faster traffic pass you. So that's probably when I'm gonna turn off this camera, because I couldn't handle it if I caused someone else to have an accident. And it's very beautiful out here anyway, you guys. And that leads me to something else that I want to talk to you guys about, because I hope I didn't just pass it. Because I've been thinking, there we go. I've been thinking about and looking at my demographics a little more. It's always wise to put your flashers on when you pull over like this. But anyway, there's some things about my demographics that I have noticed since I've started really looking at them. I can't say I really understand all of it, but some of it I do. And then I'm going to share that with you guys. But anyway, I hope you're having a good day. I'm definitely having one. Talk to you guys later. Bye.